Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm talking about choosing your reality. I'm going to put an illustration here now, what I'm talking about. Not changing your current reality. You do not have to do anything about this 3D reality that you are seeing at the moment. It's not your job to change it, to bend it, to mend it, whatever the way you look at it. That's not your job. Your job is to decide what you do want and to let this reality dissolve away. I don't know what happens to it. Maybe it stays there and you move on and part of you stays behind. I don't know. But that is your only job, is to decide what you want, get clarity on what you want, and stop giving focus to what you don't want. So that means holding yourself in the reality that you don't want to be in any longer by thinking about it, by talking to yourself about it, by talking to your friends about how awful everything is, by commenting on videos, by watching videos, by reading books, everything holding you in the reality you're in because you're trying to fix that reality. And that is where we get stuck. It's not about fixing what is, it's about deciding what we do want. And here's the illustration that I'm talking about now. I made this video yesterday, but the picture I put up, I didn't really explain it. So I've come back and I thought, no, okay, I don't think I did that as well as I could have done. So let me just talk you through this now. Imagine that every possible reality exists and it's there for the taking. It's there for you to tap into the frequency of it and start living it. The more you think about the one you're seeing that where you don't have what you want, the more you are then emitting that frequency. So that's why you're staying there. That's why nothing is changing. You're not moving into the reality, to the desired reality, because you're holding yourself where you are. So here we are. Here's the illustration here. So here you are at the moment. This is where you want to be. So you want to be shifting. You don't want to be just stuck here thinking that this is a base reality that you must bend. It's not about that. Look at all of the different alternatives. This is the one you select. This is the one you're going to move into, and you move into it by being on the same frequency as it. You would have been on that frequency when you've desired it and wished for it. You would have been in that frequency. So let's just say that you let go of what you're doing now. You let go of holding yourself in the one you're in, and you didn't do anything else in order to move. You would still move because you are lightening up and you are allowing that frequency. You are actually, by letting go, coming into the frequency that you want to be in. Or you could do, but you have to do for the sake of doing. So if you're using affirmations, you have to use them for the sake of using them, knowing that you're creating something with those affirmations. You're not looking for instant change. I had an instant thing with something again and again. It was for my son. I keep doing this. I mean, God, I could probably turn him into a millionaire where I'm going at the moment. And it happened instantly. And on my members area, I was going to put it up here, but the thing is, I keep talking about him and he has no idea that I'm doing this, that I'm talking about him, I'm experimenting with him. So I put it on my members area, and it's like a real-time thing of how it happened, and I monitored it. So I actually did it as a proper full-on experiment. Monitored it and talked to my members how it went at the time, and I'm going to go and do, so I've made this video now and I will put it up on my members area at the weekend if you are going to join while the £5 a month offer is still on. And I analyse it and I talk exactly how it happened, the way it happened, and then I will go back on next week when I would say it's sort of come to an end as such, and give a full update of how it actually panned out in the end. Now, I did it for the sake of doing it. I did it because I am enjoying robotic affirmations. I did it as an experiment, and that's the way you want to look at this, really. If you get hung up on it, you are going to constantly look for results. When you constantly look for results, all you're doing is going, I'm in this reality where this isn't happening. That's what you're doing when you're looking for results. So of course you stay there. So you have to look at it as, this is the reality I want to be in. This is where I need to put my focus. And when I feel myself slipping back, I need to pull myself back. And yes, I will go bouncing around a lot, but it will get better. It will get easier. Now, I think everything is me. So when something is not working out how I would like it to, I know it's coming from me, and I can always find something in there, find a feeling state. And I think, yeah, I know that's me. So whilst that's me, this is happening. But when that's not me, this is going to change. It cannot help but change because it's all part of the bigger picture. It's all part of one system. So when your inner world changes, your outer world changes. It has to. There is no option. When you stop sort of cultivating a lovely environment for all the stuff you don't want to live in, it can't live there anymore. But that comes with realizing that you're not changing this reality. You are creating, well, you're not even creating a new, you're just tapping into that one that you want. You've selected what you want, and that's what you're going to get. So if you're using affirmations, use them without expectations, use them just because words have energy, words have vibration, and they are going to help you towards that frequency. Use them for that reason, but you don't have to use them. You don't have to do anything but have a real clear intent and feel that real desire for it, and know that it's not here. This is not it. This is undesirable at the moment. It's not what you want. This is what you want. So what do you do to get there? You stop holding yourself here, which is what you're doing at the moment. It's the only reason that you're not seeing change is because you're holding yourself. I've done this with so many things in my life where I've noticed that I am holding myself exactly where I am, and I thought, God, it's a real wake-up call. And now I believe that this is all me, it's easier because I can accept things and think, well, of course this is happening because this is how I feel. So I can accept something not being what I want it to be because I can understand that it's coming from me. And some people that won't help. They'll actually, I don't like that at all. But to me, it's really helpful because I think, okay, well, all I can change is me. I can't change anything else. I can change me. And when I change me, everything else changes. So you are choosing your reality. This is my preference. This is where I want to be. I can't be here while I'm still holding myself in this reality, but that's me doing it. So how awesome is that? That's me doing it, so I can change that. So it's shifting your focus to the reality that you want. When you feel yourself going back and ruminating on what is, know that that is you selecting this reality. So you may not want it, but you're selecting it by all of the words that you've used and the thinking and the ruminating and the frustration and the disappointment. That's you going, I want to stay here. Reality will just hear that. I want to stay here. It's just reading the code. It doesn't know what you actually want. It only knows what you're dominant in and what you're feeling, so what your vibration is. It reads that and it gives you that because it has to. That's how it appears to be designed. I do like watching video. If I say videos, there's just one guy that I like to watch that talks about this being a simulation, and it could be, couldn't it? It absolutely could be. It's not what I believe it is, but I don't believe it isn't either. I'm really in the middle, and I like the idea of it. But it really doesn't matter what it is, does it? You need to learn how to control it in the best way you can, and you do that by stopping trying to mend what is and fix what is. You look at what you do want, you think that's where I want to be, so I can't be there whilst I'm feeling and thinking, and then feeling all of these things. Can't do it. So okay, that's your first step. Can't do that, want to be there, what do I do? So it's either, I don't like living in the end, like walking around pretending that you have something and all the while knowing that you don't. That's how most people use living in the end. It doesn't work. But you can think, how would I feel in this moment if I woke up tomorrow? Let's say I had woken up today and I had what I wanted. How do I think it would feel? There's no right or wrong, but how do I think it would feel? Just sit there for a couple of minutes. See if another feeling, you get another feeling. Whatever that feeling is, if it's different than what you have been having, you can do that every so often. And then you will get good at that. I can bring feelings up, how I would feel if, but that took me a while to be able to do that. You can decide, just I'm going to let go of what I've been doing and stop doing that. That's a change, so that's a shift. I am going to affirm robotically, because that's the only ones that I like. I can't really get on with other affirmations. In line with what it is I do want, but I'm not going to look for it. I'm just going to know that by doing this, I'm helping myself shift at some point. So with no expectations, you could script, you could write out a story of how your life is now. You know, it doesn't matter what you do or don't do. It's not about doing, it's not about not doing. It's about feeling, it's about dominant feeling and just going with the flow and knowing that this is about flow. It isn't about try hard. So if you're trying hard to change an assumption, don't do that, because really that assumption isn't an assumption, it's a deep-rooted belief. What has caused that deep-rooted belief? Why do I believe that about myself or other people? And then look at that and think that is actually not true. That's just something that my mind has made up as fact and it's told my subconscious and my subconscious has run with it. Well, what if I say that's not true? I've created that and that isn't true. My mind is telling me lies. What if I tell myself something different? There are many ways to do this, but first of all, it is key to know that you are choosing the reality that you want to experience. Do not have to do anything about this reality. It will dissolve away. And if you struggle with that, just look at it as it is and go, temporary. Just say the word temporary. It's so powerful, that word. I've used it so many times over the years. Right, I really hope that this was useful. I think it's better than the one I shot yesterday. I think I tried to shoot it so many times and kept going wrong, and in the end I just thought, oh, well, that will do, because I can't do it again. But I think it was too hot out here. I wasn't in the right frame of mind, to be honest. So I was in the middle of doing this experimentation actually with my son, so I was kind of more thinking about that. Okay, right, thanks so much for watching. I'm an author, manifestation coach, and a mindset coach.